Hi, this is Eric from Cuport. A new play, a romantic comedy by an exciting French playwright, Carole Greep, is coming to New York in an American adaptation by a lovely upcoming French actress, Constance Labbe, together with Christopher Hurd, an American actor and stand-up comic. This world premiere of the English language version of Happy New Year is directed by Mark Blum and performed by Constance and Christopher. Here's a conversation I had with Mark, Chris, and Constance about this play. Tell me what Happy New Year is about, and
Happy New Year is
like.
I guess the best description is a romantic comedy that is originally French. This is the English premiere of it, American English premiere of it, and it's about two people that are kind of both lost in their own way. One is about to commit suicide. The other is about to go to a costume party, a New Year's Eve costume party, and yeah, they find themselves in these kind of extreme circumstances with one another. Spend their New Year's Eve together, and
it's a Parisian comedy, but a New York romance.
I made that up. She just.
Well, I taught Constance and Christopher last year at HB in the core program, the one-year intensive program. I was their scene study teacher. And then Constance went back to France for a while. And then she emailed me and said that she was coming back to New York, and that she had a play, and that she and Christopher were going to try to mount the play and act in it in New York. And she asked if I would read it, and I did. And she asked if I would direct it, and I said yes. It's about a man who's decided that he's going to commit suicide on New Year's Eve, and he wants to have a meeting with a woman who he's never met before he does. And when she arrives, she's on her way to a costume party, and she's dressed as an octopus.
You were acting in one of her plays before.
Yeah.
All over France, I gather.
Yeah.
And I saw little snippets of it, and they looked like a lot of fun. And
Cool.
The people who are listening really seem to be laughing a lot.
Well, that's the teaser. We have to make people laugh. Yeah, but thank you for checking that out. Yes.
So tell me about, well, first tell me how you started and how you began and what you were doing. What's this?
So I come from France. I grew up in Paris. I studied, after high school, I did a law school because I thought acting was not a real job, and I don't come from an artistic family at all. But I started doing some acting classes during the night after law school, and then I kept studying acting, and then actually when I was done with my law school and my acting school, I got this audition for Carole Greip's play, which I think I've been very lucky to get this audition because, anyway, so, and that's it. And so it started like that. I got the part, and it was my first part, my first paid job as an actress in Paris. And it lasted 2 years and a half and 6 months on a tour in Europe. So that was a pretty good play. At least successful.
So I got the feeling from what I was looking at that she's a pretty important playwright in France, and very up and coming with.
Yeah.
The play you're doing here has been done in France, right?
Yeah, it's been done in France. It's been very successful in France. She is an important writer. She is. First, there's a few. I'd say contemporary writers that. There's a lot of there's funny shows in Paris, but most of them are very silly and not very smart. I think she succeeds to find the balance between silliness and funny and smart, which is rare. And there's very few, and it's sad to say, but there's very few women who are successful playwrights in Paris. So she's one of them, and and she wrote 5 plays, and this is her 5th one. It's my favorite of her work. I think when I saw it, what I really loved about this play was that it was at the same time extremely funny, according to me. I thought it was hilarious, but smart. And also she has a way of writing that she never falls into drama or like heavy stuff. She succeeds to write smart thoughts and smart ideas about relationship and about life with never falling into heavy stuff, and she always succeeds to make it funny and like have turns it into a light and funny thing. So you spend this hour and a half laughing and knowing these 2 characters and also thinking, and you go out and you just laughed, but you also, it also questions some stuff, and I thought this kind of writing and this kind of play was very French in a way. I don't know if it makes sense at all, but how do you say that? It's very uninhibited, like she doesn't have any, she just writes the way she thinks, and she doesn't have any codes or any, it's very easy and smooth. It's a Parisian comedy, but a New York romance.
I made that up. She just